Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 20th to the 31st, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out immensely, and it helps this channel be seen by the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so very much for doing so. So now let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is beautiful. We have the King of Cups reversed. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. So we have a gift coming our way. We're not quite ready to take it right now. We have the Seven of Swords. So there's something with lies coming forward. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, goodness. We have the Three of Pentacles. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, beautiful. And we end with the Ten of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty. This is everything kind of coming full circle during this time. This is prosperity and what we value as much as wealth coming forward. So that is a really beautiful thing. When we're crowned with the Ace of Pentacles, this is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh goodness. But this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. There is a sense of I'm planting these seeds, and we can really be looking at it. Oh my gosh. So, oh, that's so funny. Spirit just showed me an imagery very, very powerfully of planting garlic. I don't know if any of you plant garlic, but you plant garlic, I think in October is when you do it. And you then it then goes to sleep. I guess in the wintertime. That's how I view it. My mom plants garlic. I should probably pay attention more. And and then you have garlic in the beginning of the year. So there's a sense here of, well, in the beginning of spring, right? There's a sense here of you're planting these seeds in order to see what comes to fruition as you enter into 2024, as we embrace what we love in life. And so here there's a real sense of what is my prosperity, bounty, beauty, abundance? What do I need? What do I want? What am I planting? What is it that I'm holding sacred to myself? And with the King of Cups reversed, we are a little bit afraid, Sagittarius, to dive into our emotions. So this is going to be a time where our heart is kind of saying, hey, listen to me, like I'm here, let's connect. And we're like, you know what? You can wait a minute. You can wait a minute. So this is also water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. We can have a bit of difficulty with these signs. If we have water sign energy in our chart, or we're born on the cusp with Scorpio, we can find it just, I just feel it like uncomfortable. When you're wearing an itchy sweater, or, something that's a little bit too tight, it just gets uncomfortable over time. So here, it's really embracing our emotions. That's going to seem at first like, oh, that's uncomfortable. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to look at that right now. And yet we're getting this beautiful gift from God's source spirit. But we could be putting it also on pause because there's family gatherings that we have to do during the holiday season. There's everything that's going on. So spirit is saying here, don't don't think it's wrong to say I need to step back a minute and take a time for my heart, take a time for what I love, take a time for making time for me. And that's going to be a very big thing for us. With the Seven of Swords, there's a lie that we're going to be looking at and being like, well, why the heck did I believe this? Like, why did I, trust this, think this, go with this energy? So just be aware of it here with the Seven of Swords. There's going to be something that comes to our attention. There can be a lie that somebody says, and we're like, wait a minute, that's not what you said before. That's not how that went down. So just being aware of that during this time is going to be important for us. Not looking for people to be lying to us. That's going to make us neurotic. So that's not going to help our energy vibration at all. But really kind of grounding ourselves and saying, okay, what's true for me, what isn't true for me, how am I moving forward, what am I going after? With the Three of Pentacles, we're going to be really good at collaborative work, working together, having things come forward, a sense of really being a team player during this time is going to be a really good thing. And then with the 10 of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty. This is generational wealth coming into play. And it doesn't mean that we have to be a Nepo baby or anything like that. It doesn't mean that we've inherited anything. What it means is that we have our ancestors on the other side cheering for us in this life and in past lives. We have this sense of I'm moving forward in my power, in my connection, in my success, in my beauty. I'm opening up the door for where I need to be for myself. And we're coming full circle emotionally, spiritually, in in prosperity, in wealth, and what we value as much as money. So that's going to be a very big thing. This is generational wealth coming forward. So let's see here what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in a private reading or a private personalized meditation, check out my website, or healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowman, that's the word I was looking for, a snowman emoji in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random, and there will be a video announcing the winner. Do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box pretending to be me. It will not be me. We will only know who won through that video, and good luck to everyone. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Here we have Purposeful. To be filled with purpose is a great understanding of ourselves coming forward. And during this time, Sagittarius, we can be having this great understanding of ourselves coming forward. This sense of, I am filled with purpose. I am filled with determination and insight and understanding, and this is where I need to be, and this is what I want. For some of us, it will hit us quite hard. For others of us, it'll come through a lot more gentle. We can be like, well, what the heck was Dane talking about with being purposeful? But Spirit is going to show us. Spirit is going to show our purpose stepping forward. We're going to hear things, and it's like, oh, that rings true with me. Oh, that resonates well. Oh, I want to investigate that, look at that. It's going to lead us closer and closer to our purpose. And that's going to be a big deal. And that's going to be an important thing for us as well. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Here it is love reverse. Now, that doesn't surprise me because we have the heart chakra, we have the heart chakra here, but we have the water sign energy, the love energy coming forward that we are uncomfortable with. It's like it doesn't feel like it fits well. It doesn't feel like we're connecting. And so here, when the heart chakra comes up and it's like, hey, love, what are you doing about this? How are you connecting with this? That's going to be a big thing for us. This is going to be a time where we're really saying to ourselves, how am I letting love into my life? What do I love? What do I want? And how can I make each day a connection with love, a connection with what I'm passionate about, a connection with what I deeply enjoy and is sacred to me in this world? And there's going to be a connection with our heart that for some reason, or for one reason or another, is difficult for us to make. It's almost like we could have put walls around our heart, but now that we're stepping into it, it's like, oh, but this is what I love, right? I'm bringing my heart to the forefront. As much as it might be uncomfortable for me, I'm saying, what do I love? What do I want? What do I need? And how can I do this all in love? It might not be on the scale that we imagined when we thought we'd all be rock stars when we were 15 years old, type of deal. But it's very much in that sense of how am I letting love lead me forward? And that moves us then to our energy to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles. It's very interesting because we're crowned with the Ace of Pentacles. It's like this is a fantastic gift that's coming in, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. The Ace of Pentacles reversed, which is what being mindful of this energy is. It's also a sense that we can really be chasing a star that we'll never catch, right? We'll never be able to go up into the heavens, grab that star, and bring it back down to earth. So Spirit is saying to us, what is important? What is bounty? What is prosperity? What does success look like to you? Stop comparing yourself to anybody else. You'll just start failing if you do that. What does success look like for you? I know the word authenticity is thrown around a lot lately, but really saying, what is my authentic self? Like, what is it that I need? And kind of peeling back the layers and the layers and the layers and saying, what is it that I need? What is it that I need? How is it that I'm moving forward? What is it that I need? That's going to be very important and very empowering during this time. So the Ace of Pentacles is also, it can be the sense of selling out, the sense of not nurturing the investment of ourselves. So just be aware of this. And then, of course, we move to our crowning energy, which is the Ace of Pentacles. It is a gift coming in that we nurture and that we build into ourselves and build up around ourselves. And we move forward in prosperity and success and bounty and in abundance. The Ace of Pentacles is beauty, connecting with us. It is wealth, or what we value as much as money, coming into our lives. And there is a sense here, how am I honoring that beauty? How am I bringing that wealth forward? How am I opening up the doors to where I need to be and what I need to be for me? Now, with the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups reversed, and we're going to get into the astrology of it all, I do promise. But here, just taking a moment to say there's almost a fear of the heart during this time, which is very interesting. We have love reversed, the heart chakra reversed. How do I embrace what I love? And how do I embrace love without being engulfed by it? There is some sort of revelation here that's going to move us forward during this time that can bring a lot of tears. And we can just be like, listen, I can't break down and cry right now. Like, what the heck, Spirit? That's not where I'm at. But Spirit's saying that's exactly where you're at. There's something here. It could be a fear. It could be, a sense of, oh, but I thought it would be different. Like our life would be different. Lord knows, sometimes I sit there and think that I thought this whole thing would be different, but the chords of it, the harmony of it lie true. And so here, embracing our love and our passion and what we desire and what we want, and saying, this is me, being very open and honest with ourselves, that's going to be a game changer during this time. But it's a gift that's coming in. We're just not taking it quite yet. So we can be feeling there's supposed to be this revelation around love. Now, it could be romantic love. It could be, what we love moving us forward, and having passion and that sense of really commitment to our life guiding us. But it can also be like, oh, I feel like that's supposed to be a stronger player than it is right now. And that's because we've taken the gift, right? We have the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. We're taking the gift, but it's reverse. It's not right now. It's like hurry up and wait type of thing. So the last readings that we had were from the 1st to the 15th of December. Now, because I didn't expect this time to be so busy and so intense, we are going to be skipping till the 20th. So I'm going to give you the astrology of the 5 days that we're skipping. So here we have the 16th of December, which is the Sun in Sagittarius squared Neptune in Pisces. Focus can become hard for us. Our imagination is going to be very intense, and this can be draining because we'll be in a dream world more than we'll be in the real world, and there'll be a sense of just focusing, like just kind of getting through the day is going to be a little bit more intense for us. Slow it down, stabilize yourself. On the 18th of December, Mercury is in Capricorn, trine Jupiter in Taurus. This is a time of big ideas. Big ideas come forward. We're looking on the bright side of things. We have a natural optimism to us. And there's also a sense of like, I'm embracing a different approach. I want to see how I can do things differently, how I can move forward in a different energy. Now, on the 21st of December, this is the solstice, and here we have Venus in Scorpio opposite Uranus in Taurus. So tempers can be running high. Just be mindful about this. We're very sensitive to lies. We're very quick to pick up on this. And as a Sagittarius to begin with, we don't like being lied to. We would rather hear a truth that we did not agree with, that we did not like, but it's like, dude, I know where you stand. Cool. I got that. But if I'm going to be lied to, absolutely no. I'm not here and I'm not showing up for this energy. So just be mindful about this during this time, that our tempers can run high, that we're definitely not here for it with the Seven of Swords. We're just not. And we are really going to be needing to center ourselves before we act, before we go after, what we need, or we respond to somebody. It's kind of like, center me, balance me, then I'll respond to you. That's going to be the energy that we need to bring forward. Also on the 21st of December, we have Mercury in Capricorn, sextile Saturn in Pisces, and we're moving forward more focused. It's interesting because Spirit's saying here, like, our tempers are running a bit high, right? But we're also going to move forward in a lot more focus. We're going to use this time to really align ourselves with our goals, use this time to our advantage, say, this is what I want. I can collaborate really well with others during this whole entire time period. And I'm going to see me moving forward to where I need to be, to how I need things to be, to how things are opening up the door, and really be empowering for me. On the 22nd of December, the Sun enters into Capricorn. We are ambitious, we are direct and determined and goal-oriented and super focused. And we're going to see during this time that we can also have a lot of the past come up. So it can be old goals that are coming up, old desires that are coming up. And this is because we're still in Mercury retrograde. So I see this very much with the King of Cups reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed. I'm going to cough, excuse me. And I'm going to take a sip of water. So once again, excuse me. Oh, I do apologize. Okay. So with the King of Cups reversed, there's a sense here of, how do I embrace what I love? How do I move forward in this energy? How do I know what I desire? So why this correlates with this time of, entering into Capricorn is because, first of all, we're coming out of Sagittarius, which can feel like a relief for us, and also like, oh, but I was comfortable here type of thing. Now we're in the energy of Capricorn. So if we have strong Capricorn in our chart, or born on the cusp of Capricorn, we can still feel a bit familiar with it. But Capricorn is very much an energy of like, okay, let's get things done. Let's move things forward. So with the King of Cups reversed, we can have a hard time feeling like it's logical or practical to really embrace our emotions, to embrace what we love, to embrace what we want, to say, this is my ambition, and this is my ambition now. And we'll fall back on old goals that can be rather harsh on us, because it's like, well, I didn't make this goal when I was like, I didn't reach this goal. I made this goal when I was 15. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. And so here during this time, if we slow down and we start to say, what do I love? Am I aligned with the path that resonates with my heart and my soul? We might find that we've been on journeys. We've evolved as human beings. Who we once were, even a few days ago, doesn't always align with who we are today. So just being mindful about this and connecting with our heart and saying, okay, where is it that I need to be? Like, what is it that I'm wanting? What is it that I'm seeing for myself? That's going to be a big deal. Now, what's also interesting is that the Sun in Capricorn is also conjunct Mercury in Capricorn. And this is a great time to get things started. But we can find, like, very much, Ace of Pentacles energy. We have a gift. We're planting that gift. We're starting. We're becoming. We're entering it forward. The Three of Pentacles. We work well with others. Collaboration. Kind of like bing bang boom. We're getting everything going forward. We're seeing this. We're understanding that. It's like, oh man, it's all coming together. That's great. We can also find that when people look at it, it's like, oh, but where's the heart of it all? you know? Or when we look back at it, it's like, where's the heart of it all? That can come forward very, very powerfully. And we're going to see that this goal and this focus, this can last us for 6 to 8 weeks. I mean, seriously. But we need to put in the heart of it, or else it's just going to feel a bit flat. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like needing to add salt to a soup, right? You might think, oh, it's going to be super great. I'm not going to add any salt to it. And you taste it and it's like, oh, but it doesn't have that richness of flavor that it did. Now, you don't want to add too much salt because then it ruins it. And that's what we're going to see here. We need that balance of our emotions coming forward, but we don't want to ruin it. We're almost like, oh no, but if I put too much emotion in it or heart in it, it will drown it. So we need to know the difference between, a teaspoon and a cup, right? Of liquid being put into things, or, of salt being put into things. Nice cooking analogy. That was very fun. On the 24th of December, we have Mercury retrograde entering into Sagittarius. We feel comfortable here. I mean, this is a time for us where we embrace our optimism, where we're looking for what we want and what we desire. But here, it can be a little bit of a prickly time as well, because we can be a bit lazy. We can be a bit, prone to excess. We can be a bit selfish. And then we can start to look at everything and be like, well, these are all lies anyway. We can become very nihilistic about things. What does it matter? How am I moving forward? Where do I want to be? Who even cares? Type of energy. It can be hard for us to see the big picture. We can see the lies. I mean, I don't know why we can see the lies and the cracks and everything so easily during this time, but we can. And that can be very discouraging for us. It's kind of like, why even start? Why even start? It's not going to be perfect. Understand this, Sagittarius. Whenever you start something, whenever you pull something out of the realm of imagination or spirit realm into the real world, it has fingerprints on it. It's like somebody just flung dirt on it, and you're like, wait a minute, but this is just coming forward. It's just, it's just being birthed. Like, why are you messing it up already? So understanding that during this time is going to be important, that we're going to want to make it perfect. We're going to want to make it shiny and perfect and new and beautiful. And Spirit is saying it's already going to come, not necessarily meeting our expectation, and not looking at it and seeing all the lies, all the deceit, all the chaos, like all the reasons why it shouldn't be. But looking at ourselves and saying, okay, where's the truth here? Like, what is the truth that I need to hear? Why have I been listening to all these lies? Like, why have I been filling my cup up with all this chaos? How am I grounding myself? What am I seeing? And how am I moving forward? That's going to be very, very, very important. Also on the 24th of December, the Sun is in Capricorn, sextile Saturn in Pisces. we can focus really well on what needs to get done. Again, we work well with others. We are a team player. We are tenacious. We are goal oriented. We're getting there. Okay. We are also astoundingly disciplined with our time. We have fantastic time management, and we can also be really focused on the plans that we need to make, the way we need to move things forward, and what we're going for. And we can really convey this very well with others, but we just feel a little bit blessed. And that is really cool. Now I do know that we've also stated on this day, we have Mercury retrograde entering into Sagittarius, which kind of throws us for the loop, but everybody does. Everybody gets thrown for that loop on that day. What we're going to see here as well is that there's also clarity that comes forward. On the 25th of December, this is a great astrological lineup for Christmas and also just for a day. So if you don't celebrate Christmas, this is also fantastic. Venus is in Scorpio, trine Neptune in Pisces. Helping others feels good. Connecting with those that we love feels good. We enjoy being around people we care about. And you might say, when don't we? Like, when don't we enjoy being around people we care about? Well, sometimes it can be a little bit much, like, right? You can sit there and be like, oh gosh, I love you, but I really wish there was a mute button. So just being aware on this day, we are really embracing love, moving forward in love. That's going to be beautiful for us. We might find that it's a little bit hard for one reason or another. We've been through a trauma around the heart, okay? Acknowledging that, whether that be a physical trauma, psychic trauma, spiritual trauma, doesn't really matter. There's something here which is saying to us, I kind of don't want to love too much or fall too deep or embrace these emotions too much. I need a balance here. But on this day, on December 25th, we are going to see that embracing our feelings, connecting with those that we love, it becomes almost spiritual to us. It's like, oh, this is part of my purpose, right? This is part of the reason why I need to be here. On the 27th of December, we have a couple of things happening. We have Mercury in Sagittarius squaring Neptune in Pisces. Our mind can be a bit foggy. Show yourself grace. You're going to want to be super sharp. We love being super sharp, the truth of things. And again, that's why this kind of gets under our craw. If we're a bit foggy, we don't feel like we're as quick. We don't feel like we can call out the lies. We don't need to call out the lies all the time. What we need to do is say, okay, this rings true for me, this doesn't. This is what I need, this is what I don't. We need to say, what are the lies within myself that I have been fostering? Okay? So make sure that we ground ourselves on this day as well, touching earth, going outside. That will be a very big thing for us. The sun is in Capricorn, trine Jupiter in Taurus. We are more independent minded. We really kind of want to branch off on our own, see how we can move forward. We have that ancestral energy coming with us, but there's a sense here of like, well, how can I step out into myself? Like, how am I embracing my energy? How am I going after what I need and what I want? It's like, okay, I need to do this. And we're going to say, okay, I need to see me just for a bit. And I need to connect with my heart as well. That's going to be a big thing. Mercury in Sagittarius is conjunct Mars in Sagittarius. We have high energy during this time as well. We are really looking at new ways to take action in our lives, to move things forward, to go after what we want. Now, on the 28th of December, Mars is in Sagittarius, squared Neptune in Pisces. Again, focus can be difficult. Whenever focus becomes difficult, we need to be kind to ourselves. We need to slow it down and see ourselves. We can be uncertain about the next step. We can be seeing things like not as crisply, not as clearly. That's also because for one reason or another here, Sagittarius, we're not trusting our hearts. There is almost a sense of, but to love is to lose. So do I love as deeply? And Spirit's like, well, that's part of our choice of being here on this earthly plane. Do I love as deeply? If I know I'm going to lose, if I know that life and existence and, connection on this universe is fleeting. It's like, does the light mean any less because night follows? And that's a question for us. Because here we need to feed our heart. We just do, Sagittarius. We're going to feel alone if we don't. And we're not even going to know why. So being mindful of that is going to be super important to us. We need to be kind to ourselves. We need to give ourselves time and rest and kind of move more slowly, and also make sure that we're resting. Spirit says give yourself rest, but also make sure that you're resting. We're going to have a tendency during this time to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And it's like, okay, that's great, but how do you slow down? How do you rest? How do you stabilize yourself? That's going to be a big thing. We need to work on our intuitive connection. That will only come when we open up our heart. On the 29th of December, Venus enters into Sagittarius. This is good. This is us, right? And this is a time where we feel adventurous towards love. This is a time where we're opening up our heart. It doesn't mean that we feel adventurous towards love. It's like, I can do absolutely anything and I don't care about consequences. It's like, let my heart guide me. And this is going to be a little bit tricky for us because, again, we have that issue. It is going to be a little bit of an issue of opening our heart, saying, this is what I love. This is what I want. I'm not afraid of letting my heart move me forward. So that's going to be a big deal. We're not wanting a lot of weight to weigh us down, a lot of strings to be attached. We want a freedom of movement and expression and being. So being aware of that is also going to be important. Now, Venus in Scorpio is sextile Pluto in Capricorn. And this brings passion and intensity and a strong relationship. Like, we want strong relationships. We're also improving, intimacy. We're seeing, how do I move forward in what I want? We're putting our commitment also on the table and saying, this is what I want. This is where I need to be. Can you meet me? Because if you can't meet me, then I'm done. Like, then I'm going to step on to something else. That'll be in romantic relationships. That will be in business relationships. That'll be in friendships. We're really saying, this is what I need. And we're being open and honest about it. Now, this is very big for us. On the 30th of December, Jupiter goes direct in Taurus. Now, why is this a big deal? Because we are ruled by Jupiter, which is awesome. Jupiter is the Roman name for Zeus. So we are ruled by the king of the ancient gods, or of one of the pantheons, right? So here, this can improve our finances. This can improve our resources. It can improve, our stability, our security, and our confidence. So Jupiter going direct is like, oh, I'm stepping into my power. Finally, I don't feel so lost, so overwhelmed, so chaotic. I can maybe connect with my heart more, or maybe it's still a little bit difficult because there's something here where it's like, okay, what do I love? And why am I afraid to bring that forward? Why am I afraid to love? What is it that I'm loving that I'm afraid of losing? So being mindful about this, because the King of Cups, guys, is, I'm going to lead by example. And people can really say that about you too, Sagittarius, even though you're not a water sign energy, right? They can always say, you lead by example. You are who you are, and you embrace that so fully and so beautifully. This can be a time where we find it hard. We are questioning ourselves. We're doubting how we're moving forward. We're looking at things and we're like, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? Is it this way? Is it that way? So understanding this is going to be powerful for us during this time. But the King of Cups reversed, instead of being that I'm taking charge, I'm leading by the example, is going to be more follower energy, which really isn't us. It just isn't us, Sagittarius. So we're going to feel really comfortable as Jupiter goes direct. We can be more focused on taking actions to things, not being so introspective, but understand also that if we are celestially sensitive, which we can very well be, we will not feel the full effects of this until after Mercury retrograde. Now, you can say Mercury retrograde ends on the 1st, like that's not a lot of time, so that's fine, right? It's like 2 days. I can step into this energy. But what Spirit is also saying here is that if you are sensitive, we might not be stepping fully into this energy until 3 weeks after the 1st of January, which leads us closer to February than not. And so just be mindful about this. Be mindful of, looking at what we want, our independence financially, our resources that we have, our sense of stability, security. We can also be looking at, okay, now I'm getting real. How do I need to build these in my life so that I stand in my greatest power, so that I enhance my life tremendously? And that's going to be a big deal. Being truthful, being open, being honest with ourselves is going to be a powerful thing, but it can also be a bit of a scary thing. So do be mindful about this. Our subconscious spirit message is relax reversed. We're not very good at relaxing. It can feel like even when we're resting, we're not resting. So do be mindful about this during this time. Relaxing, calming things down, sitting and doing nothing, letting ourselves just be, that's going to be a really powerful thing. It moves us to our subconscious chakra message, which is inner strength. We are seeing ourselves coming out of our shell. This is our solar plexus chakra. We are starting to focus on our gut reactions to things, our gut instincts, our sense of, how do I open the door? How do I, stand in my power and in myself? We are embracing our inner strength that was locked away for quite some time for one reason or another. Now we're claiming it. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Six of Cups. We can be very nostalgic. This could be where we're kind of like closing up our heart for one reason or another. There's a sense of sorrow around us. We could be looking at things and saying, well, it'll never be the same like it was when I was little. And that can be something that's hard for us to come to terms with. And it is hard to come to terms with. I mean, growing up, growing older, it's it's not always easy. There's a weight to things that you sit there and you're like, well, I never thought of that before. Why am I thinking about that now? Like, I don't like it. But our mind matures. So accepting that is going to be important. Not trying to recreate the past in the way like it has to be just like this, but saying, I like the energy vibe. Like, I like this thread of what I had. And I don't like the rest of it, right? Because we can be also romanticizing things. So here during this time, we'll want to make things perfect, just like they were once upon a time. But it's time to let go of the once upon a times and say, okay, what do I love? What do I need? And what is the energy that I have had in my life or seen in my life that I want to replicate in my existence now? Our subconscious tarot message is the Magician, and this is beautiful. This is us standing before the altar of our existence and saying, this is me. These are my gifts. These are my talents. This is what I'm working forward towards. Like, this is what I want. And absolutely, fully, openly, and honestly believing in ourselves. And that's going to be a game changer. So embracing our magic, letting there be a spark of wonderment to us. The Queen of Wands, which represents us in the minor arcana, right? We are a fire sign energy, so we're represented by wands. She says always live in your magic. Live in your magic, live in your passion, let that spark come forward. And I see that here now with the Magician. It's like live in your magic, live in your passion, let that spark come forward. Let it ignite you, let it work with you. We can be afraid of our fire. We can be afraid of our passion. We can be afraid of our greatness. Ruled by Jupiter, it's always amplified, right? It's never small. It's either things are awesome or things are terrible. But we don't usually tend to have the in-betweens. So here it is embracing the amplification of our gifts and stepping into the power of what we want or what we're discovering within ourselves. All right. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And know that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and happy holidays. Bye.